I don't know about you, but I got absolutely satched when I was outside today a few times. Seemed like every time I went out, I was just getting soaked, pelted with rain, getting the kids to school, going to kinderstart, leaving kinderstart, the whole works of it. Not a great day unless you're a duck, of course. Rainfall totals, impressive in some areas, but the rates were more impressive. The rain is in the process of easing. We'll talk about what the much colder weekend forecast looks like after I thank this evening's sponsor, Bogart's Jewelers. With gold prices at all-time highs, there's never been a better time to sell your old gold jewelry. Bogart's Jewelers will buy your gold chains, rings, and even broken jewelry for a check or get 30% extra value with store credit. Visit any location for a free estimate. No appointment required. So the radar imagery just at about 4:15 p.m. shows the heaviest rain is still located on the Avalon Peninsula, but the subset of that, the heaviest of that rain, has now mostly moved offshore and is continuing to do that. And notice once we get west of the Isthmus and on the Burin Peninsula, we aren't seeing a whole lot of anything. If anything, though, we can see telltale signs of the colder air with some snow showing up on the radar imagery over the Burin Peninsula this afternoon. And we can see that rain working its way from west to east, and it will end on the Avalon by this evening. Other areas are already seeing the weather start to improve, although along the west coast, we are seeing some areas of onshore flurries and snow squalls, which may continue as we move into the evening hours. The area of low pressure that brought this is in the process of exiting, and behind the front, we're looking at much colder air beginning to work its way in. Notice as of 4:17, 6 degrees in St. John's, -4 in Corner Brook, and -21 at this hour in Wabush. Does not include the wind chill, which is even lower than that. Now, we had winds peaking around 100 kilometers per hour earlier this afternoon on the Avalon. Those high winds have now moved offshore, and while it might be breezy at times, these super windy conditions are moving out, as is the rain. And that will be part of the story. The rain moving away, skies clearing, a sunny start to Saturday for most of us looks like it's going to be overshadowed by the fact that it's going to be quite cold across the board tomorrow, and there's going to be the threat of a little bit of light snow tomorrow night into Sunday morning over parts of the Avalon. But as it looks right now, that's mostly done with by 6, 7 a.m. on Sunday, maybe a tad later, and amounts look very, very light, a couple centimeters at most. Now, the reason it's going to get colder is because we're seeing this pool of Arctic air work over Labrador towards Newfoundland through Atlantic Canada, and that's going to bring some unseasonably cold temperatures as we go into the weekend. We've already seen a couple instances this month where record low temperatures for the month have been set in Lab West, and that may happen again overnight, with lows forecast to be down to the -30s and wind chills potentially as low as -50 overnight into tomorrow morning, which is why an extreme cold warning is up for the Churchill Valley, Churchill Falls, and Lab City Wabush. Now, when can we expect those real low wind chills? Looks like around 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. Forecast is -44. for the wind chill in Lab West at 6 a.m., and it could be even colder than that. In my experience, the forecast data here often does not get cold enough with respect to the wind chills and the temperatures in western parts of Labrador. But I don't want folks outside of Lab West to think it's not going to be cold, because it's going to be cold. Wind chills by tomorrow morning, -teens near -20 or -30 across much of Newfoundland, and -30s and 40s with the wind chill in Labrador. And things moderate a bit as we go throughout the day tomorrow as temperatures try to warm up and the winds slow down a bit. But still, by 6 p.m., feeling like -6 in St. John's and -21 in Cowhead. Considering we're almost in April, that's wild. Forecast lows tonight in the Big Land, -20s to -30s. Bitterly cold stuff for the day tomorrow, highs into the -teens. Across Newfoundland tonight, it plummets in the east all the way down to -7 by tomorrow morning. -7, -7, -7. Anyone ever see Friends? Temperatures into the minus teens as we go further west, and -18 for the overnight low in St. Anthony. And then for the day tomorrow, temperatures around -2 to -14 for highs, except in Grand Falls, Windsor, and Springdale, where we're looking at -6, -7. I had to do it. Sunday's forecast shows temperatures a little bit warmer, sort of, but kind of just the same with, again, the morning snow potentially on the Avalon. We'll keep an eye on that for you. I'll certainly do an update for you over the weekend if needed. And there's your 7-day forecast for Labrador. It stays cold, tries to moderate a bit at times, but overall, in the north and the west, highs struggling to get above -10 all the way through next Friday. Now for Newfoundland, again, in the east, a little bit of snow potentially Sunday morning. Sunday's high, -5 in St. John's, which is going to be very similar to tomorrow. Now, Monday looks quiet. Monday night into Tuesday looks like a little bit of snow on the way, and potentially again on Wednesday. And that's for eastern Newfoundland, central, western areas, and the northern peninsula as well. Even though it explicitly may not be showing up there, the icons kind of tell the story. So here's what we're looking at for Monday. Weak low swing through. Many of us will see a little bit of snow Monday night into Tuesday morning, 5 or 10 centimeters. At the most, looks like it may end in some rain on the Avalon. We catch a break on Tuesday, and a more substantial or substantive weather maker moves in as we go into Tuesday night and Wednesday, which looks like it will bring more widespread snow to Labrador and to Newfoundland. And it does look like this will be a messy one where the island could see snow going to freezing rain or rain for an extended period of time as that low moves through. Some computer model guidance has this low here a little further south, and if that's the case, then we're going to shift all that precipitation further south, as well as the rain, snow, ice lines. So stay tuned for updates on that. The best place to get my updates is simply my app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. If you download that, you certainly support Sheer Weather. Thank you very much for doing so. You can also do that by following me on Facebook and subscribing on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, I went over 10,000 subscribers yesterday. Thank you to each and every one of you. It certainly means a lot. It goes a long way for the channel and helping me keep this whole thing rolling. Have a good Friday evening. I'll have an update for you at some point over the weekend. Until then, we'll talk later.